is up, everyone? I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees, and in today's video, we're talking about the Yankees' 6-1 win over the Minnesota Twins. This was the win this team needed. This team needed to go out there and finally just get one back. Quite frankly, this was probably the worst they've played all year. If you look at those first two games, they get blown out in the first game. Then the second game, just not what you want at all. Clay Holmes comes in, and he's unable to get the job done. But today, the pitching was on point. The offense was on point. Everything was on point for this New York Yankees team. But before we get into everything, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the discussion in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys are thinking. We love when you guys get involved in the conversation. So, of course, don't be afraid to jump right in. But with that being said, let's get into today's video, and let's start off with the pitching. And Domingo Germán was excellent today. Now, Domingo Germán is fighting for that fifth starter job, and right now, he just took the lead. Right now, no disrespect to Johnny Brito. I'm a big Johnny Brito guy. I think he actually has some pretty good stuff, but at the end of the day, it's a results-based business. This business is not going to reward you if you're not pitching well, and Germán now lowered his ERA to 3.86. If you look at the underlying metrics, they've gotten a little bit better. He didn't walk anyone today. That was a big issue against Cleveland. His strikeout rate is up. His walks were down. If you look at the xFIP, the FIP, they're all better. That's going to get you a starting job, and the ground ball rate is up. Those are things that are going to get you a job. Now, if you want to look at what changed for him today, really it was just aggression in the strike zone. He was aggressive. He was getting chases. He was attacking the strike zone. That's kind of what he has to do to get outs. Now, he did get hit pretty hard when they did make contact, 95.8 mile an hour exit velocity against, but a lot of it was inconsequential because he kept the ball on the ground. Now, if we look at his pitch movement, if we look at his whiff rates, if we look at the velocity, none of them really stand out. Nothing really stood out today. Yes, there was that incident with the rosin bag, but personally, I don't really think it was anything notable. They checked his arm, they checked his hands. Nothing really there to say was suspicious. The rosin on his hands, they asked him to wash his hands. That was the situation. It was rosin. If it was something else, he promptly would have been ejected. What's interesting is he went heavily on his curveball, fastball, and changeup. He really didn't factor in that sinker much, and I think that's for good reason. If you look at his sinker, typically, it hasn't really been a great pitch for him. Now, his four-seamer hasn't been a great pitch for him either, but I'm guessing what he's trying to do is he's trying to go out and he's trying to get whiffs. He's trying to establish a vertical profile instead of a horizontal one. I think that works best for him. Quite frankly, he gets good enough vertical separation off the four-seam fastball and off the changeup and curveball for it to work. He gets enough run on the pitch for him to be able to run it in on the hands of right-handed hitters, and he can mix in the sinker when he needs to. Quite frankly, I think he just mixed his pitches well. He hit his spots. He did everything he needed to do, and that resulted in a really good outing. That's baseball, right? If you execute your pitches, you're going to go out and you're going to have plenty of success, and that's exactly what happened here. And quite frankly, it was an extremely impressive outing, probably the best outing from any starter this year, so for the Yankees at least. So, end of the day, just incredible outing for him. Great job, and there's not really much else to say. This was just a cerebral outing, great performance all around. That it is what it is. And then if you look at the bullpen, it was just Michael King. Michael King came in, and yes, he gave up the hit. It looked like he was going to start falling apart in that seventh inning. The run that Germán gave up when he struck out 11 batters, no walks, 3 hits. That one run was allowed when King was on the mound. And again, it looked like King was going to start letting the wheels spin off, but that's not what happened. He actually shut it down. He got ground balls. He got some big strikeouts. He got some huge outs. His ERA on the year is now 1.86. He looks really good. In my opinion, I know that the stuff is still down. It's not where you want it to be. But his velocity had an uptick in terms of his sinker velocity. It was up to 94.7. That's up nearly a tick from this season. That's right around where it was last year, so that's encouraging. Everything looked good. His stuff is up a little bit. He got whiffs. He looked really good, and that's what you want, right? Because he's a reliable part of this bullpen. He was able to give you just shy of 3 innings. All around, just an absolutely spectacular day. An absolutely spectacular day for the pitching staff. It's exactly what you need of the New York Yankees. Now you have Wandy Peralta, Ron Marnacio. They're both healthy. They're both ready to go. Even if Clay Holmes is someone who's struggling a little bit, you can use him against righties in certain spots still. I still have my faith in Clay Holmes to go out there and succeed for this team. And now we can talk about the offense. And let's start off with the top of the lineup. Rizzo, Judge, LeMahieu, Stanton. LeMahieu had a hit, and it was an RBI single. Aaron Judge had a double. He went 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Anthony Rizzo hit a home run. He's been red hot in terms of hitting home runs this series. Giancarlo Stanton had a booming RBI double that for some reason Michael Kay thought was gone. I'm not saying for some reason as if, you know, to say that it shouldn't have gone out, but that ball looked like it was going to go out, and somehow, some way that ball stayed in. Michael Kay was deked. I think all of us were deked. He just clobbered that baseball. He continues to hit the ball hard. And then the bottom of the lineup, you didn't really get much from Cabrera, Cordero, or Torres, but what you did get was a home run from Kyle Higashioka. He hit a 2-run shot. That got the scoring started for the Yankees. And then Anthony Volpe, 1 for 2, 3 stolen bases, 2 walks. Great day for Anthony Volpe. I think he's finally turning things around a little bit. I'm not going to say he's all the way here now. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's going to go out there and start destroying baseballs, but it's turned around a little bit. The at-bats have gotten a little bit better. You know, he's up to 6 stolen bases on the year. He's working his walks. As he continues to get better, as he continues to hit, as he continues to improve his game, the Yankees can slide him up a little bit more in the lineup. But for now, he's just a guy at the bottom of the lineup, playing great defense, stealing bases, going out and being aggressive on the base paths, and doing what the Yankees absolutely need him to do, which is go out there and have, you know, just be him, right? Be Anthony Volpe, and that's what he's doing so far. 6 stolen bases on the year, really, really good. You know, again, I think the offense is going to come around. I think it's a matter of when, not if, but we'll obviously have to wait and see. I'm not going to crown a rookie in April who has a sub 100 WRC plus, but there are a lot of people who are voicing concerns when I think it was a little early to voice concerns. And now Volpe, you know, there are only 3 guys with more stolen bases than Volpe. That's Cedric Mullins, Jorge Mateo, and Nico Horner at 7, 7, and 8. And quite frankly, he's going out there and he's just doing a thing right now. As he continues to get on base more, as he continues to get more opportunities to steal bases, I think he's going to go out and he's going to improve his base running totals. And if you look at BSR, which is a base running metric on Fangraphs, it values how good of a base runner you are. He's at 1.5 right now. That is good for the 4th best mark in baseball in terms of wins above replacement. If you look at WAR per 150 games, he's on pace for a 4 WAR season. That's going to be impressive, right? Like that's without having good offensive numbers. If he's able to get to around a 100 to 105 WRC plus or OPS plus, whichever metric you prefer, he'll go out there and he'll have a really good year in terms of WAR. This is what the Yankees were really excited about with Volpe. He has a pretty high floor. It's hard for him to be a really bad player because he does a lot of things really well. And once the bat comes around, you feel like he's going to come around as a talent and he's going to come around as a whole. But tomorrow, the Yankees are going to face off against the Twins again. If they're able to win, they'll salvage the series, tie it up, not get swept or not lose the series. Cole's on the bump. You feel like Cole versus Pablo Lopez is going to be a really good pitching matchup. Pablo Lopez has been excellent to start the year. He's added a knee sweeper. He looks really good. And of course, Garrett Cole's been off to a good start this year. So should be a really good matchup. We'll obviously have you guys with the pregame. We've got you guys with the daily podcast as well. We have so many different things ready for you guys. When it comes to Yankee content, we are your one-stop shop. We are your home for New York Yankee content. And we will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the discussion on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of those platforms. And if you want to tweet at me, you can tweet at me at Ryan Garcia ESM. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Love you so much. Peace out.